There's so many different attributes to sound. Frequency controls pitch and amplitude controls volume. But how do the ears know where the frequency and amplitude are, and how does the brain even know what it is hearing? My buddy Tim here is gonna show you how this works. Hello! So the ear is separated into three sections. We have the external ear, middle ear, and inner ear. The external ear is where sound waves are captured like a fishing net catching fish. It does this by the skin of the ear, which is called the pinnacle or auricle of the ear. The skin of the ear acts like a net where the sound waves are transported into the ear. The ear works like a factory. It uses materials to create a product. The ear uses sounds to create visuals in the mind and to spark memories when you are listening to classical music or if you're listening to rock. Now, by using this quote-unquote material of ours, the middle ear's job is to amplify the sound so it can be detected in the inner ear. Once the sound reaches the eardrum, it acts as a pathway into the middle ear. These are the three bones that help amplify the sound by movement in the ear. They are called the osseous bones, but more specifically, they are called the malleus, incus, and stapes. You might be thinking, how do these bones even move? The eardrum is basically attached to the osseous bones. Furthermore, the eardrum vibrates back and forth, so the movement of the eardrum causes the osseous bones to move as well. As well as the bones are attached to the eardrum, it is also attached to the labyrinth, which is much smaller compared to the ear, and it is very important. The labyrinth is where the sound can be detected from a range of decibels and hertz. The units is frequency and amplitude. The range is from 20 to 20,000 hertz where the sound can be detected. As we go into the cochlea, we enter the basilar membrane, which is where we find a huge range of hertz that detect the sound waves at a certain hertz and decibel. There is another section called the organ of Corti, which is made up of sensory cells. Once the sound is detected, we move on to our second question. How does the brain know what it is hearing? The cochlear nerve are sensory neurons that carry electrical signals through the auditory pathway and into the brain, more specifically, the auditory cortex. This is where the CEO of hearing lives, with all the memory files and background information of every single sound a human has heard in their current lifespan. The electrical signal takes about 2 to 4 seconds to be processed in the brain as memory. Wow, sound can be heard in so many levels of pitch and amplitude, but there are so many more mysteries about the illusion of sound.